Welcome to the deep dive. Great to have you with us. If you're here, chances are you're interested in growth, mindfulness, maybe unlocking your potential.
Definitely. It's a journey.
It really is. And speaking of journeys, there's a great YouTube channel, Awaken Your Potential. It's just packed with wisdom on these topics, really a space for deep transformation.
A fantastic resource.
Totally. And today we're tackling something absolutely central to that transformation: delayed gratification.
That's right. We're digging into why waiting, resisting that instant reward for something bigger later, why that's so crucial for achieving real success.
And actually awaken your potential. Just put out a video, how delayed gratification transformed successful lives. Really worth a watch. Give some powerful examples.
It does. Sets the stage perfectly.
So let's get into it. Delayed gratification. What are we actually talking about at its core?
Well, think of it like choosing a marathon reward over a sprint reward. It's that conscious choice, right?
Hmm.
Saying no to a smaller, immediate pleasure.
For a much bigger payoff down the line.
Exactly. And the early research here is fascinating. You've probably heard of the marshmallow test.
Ah, the marshmallow test. Always captures the imagination. Remind us how that worked.
So basically, young kids were given a marshmallow. They could eat it right away.
Tempting.
Very. Or if they could just wait maybe 15 minutes or so, they'd get 2 marshmallows instead.
Okay, one now or two later.
Precisely. And the researchers found this really striking link between the kids who could wait and, well, better outcomes later on. Higher test scores, better health, things like that.
Wow. So resisting that single marshmallow really pointed to something bigger.
It seemed to. I mean, the test itself is simple, but it tapped into something fundamental about self-control, about thinking ahead. It's like Awaken Your Potential often discusses this idea, that immediate pleasure isn't always the route to the most, fulfilling outcomes. Delayed gratification means tapping into that ability to see and value the future reward.
And that connects to how we even define success, right? The Awaken Your Potential channel gets into this a lot, too. We see these, instant success stories everywhere. Is that the reality?
That's such a key point. We get flooded with these narratives,
Yeah.
overnight fame, instant riches.
Yeah, the quick win.
But when you dig deeper, real, lasting success, the kind that feels meaningful, where you build something substantial that almost always comes after a long haul, lots of effort, lots of sticking with it.
Right. The Awaken Your Potential video really hits that point home. The overnight success often took years.
Exactly. It's that iceberg thing, isn't it? You only see the tip.
You really do. And our world today, wow, it feels like everything pushes us towards the instant access, immediate results.
Oh, absolutely. Technology is a huge driver. Instant streaming, food delivery in minutes, social media constantly feeding us tiny updates.
Non-stop.
Yeah. And that environment kind of trains our brains, maybe unintentionally, to expect things now. It creates this pressure, makes it harder to be patient with bigger goals.
So always chasing those quick fixes, there could be hidden downsides. Like, what happens when we prioritize speed over maybe doing things properly?
Well, rushing often means cutting corners, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You sacrifice quality, maybe depth of understanding.
Right.
You might make more mistakes, miss chances to really learn something deeply, true mastery, true understanding. That just takes time. Time to reflect, experiment, have those aha moments.
You can't force those.
You really can't. Building a strong foundation, like Awaken Your Potential, often stresses. It simply requires that time.
The channel's video highlights some great examples. Let's talk Warren Buffett. His investing. How does that show delayed gratification?
Buffett is like the poster child for this. His whole philosophy is built on thinking long-term, incredible patience.
How so?
He looks for really solid companies,
Yeah.
fundamentally strong businesses, and then he holds on to those investments for ages, years, sometimes decades. He doesn't
Yeah.
care about the day-to-day market jumps.
That famous quote, "Our favorite holding period is forever."
Exactly. That says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the ultimate long game. He's not trying to make a quick buck. He's waiting for value to grow and compound over time. A masterclass in delaying the immediate gain for a much larger future reward.
Such a contrast to the rapid trading we often hear about.
Totally different mindset.
And another story from the Awaken Your Potential examples, J.K. Rowling. How does her journey fit this?
Rowling's story is incredibly powerful here. Getting Harry Potter published was anything but instant.
Right, she faced a lot of rejection.
A lot. Reports say 12 publishers turned down the first book. 12. And think about her circumstances then, a single mother facing real challenges. It would have been easy to just give up.
Absolutely.
But her belief in this story, her persistence, despite setback after setback, that's pure delayed gratification in action. It shows that powerful long-term vision, that resilience.
12 rejections. That
Yeah.
really drives home the need for perseverance.
It really does. It wasn't overnight success. It was years of writing, facing doors closing, and still believing. A brilliant illustration that big achievements often mean pushing through tough times and waiting for the reward.
So bringing Buffett and Rowling together and thinking about the insights from Awaken Your Potential,
Hmm.
what's the common thread about real, lasting success?
I think the core message really is that sustainable success, whether it's in business, the arts, personal growth, whatever, it almost always comes down to patience
Patience. No,
and
it's not.
consistent effort. Plus, that willingness to skip the small, immediate reward for the bigger long-term value. It's about understanding that building something worthwhile just takes time.
And why is that waiting period so vital? What does it actually allow?
Well, that time is where the magic happens, in a way. It allows skills to actually develop, allows for deeper understanding to form through, trial and error, learning.
Building strong foundations.
Precisely. You can't rush becoming truly good at something or building something that's going to last.
Okay, this makes a lot of sense conceptually, but making ourselves more patient, that's the tricky part. Awaken Your Potential is good at offering practical tips. How can we actually cultivate this skill?
Yeah, it's definitely a skill, not just something you have or don't have. It's like a muscle.
So you can train it.
Exactly. And
Right.
awakening your potential often suggests you can start small, little things in daily life. Maybe pausing before you make that impulse buy online,
Hmm.
or resisting checking your phone constantly when you're trying to focus.
Small steps.
Small, conscious steps, and really focusing on why you're waiting, connecting with that future benefit. Recognizing the long-term win is a huge part of it.
Shifting focus from the now to the later. And of course, for more tools and deeper dives on building patience, that Awaken Your Potential YouTube channel is the place to go.
Definitely.
Their video on delayed gratification, the one we mentioned, really builds on this with more strategies and examples.
It's a great companion piece for sure. Lots of wisdom there for anyone on this growth path.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, if there's one core takeaway about delayed gratification for our listeners, what should it be?
I'd say the main thing is view delayed gratification as a superpower, almost. It's a truly powerful force for transforming your life.
A superpower. I like that.
Yeah. By consciously choosing that long-term value, that bigger picture over the quick fix,
Mm.
that's how you unlock potential for really significant achievements and honestly deeper fulfillment.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? It gives you pause for some self-reflection.
Yeah.
What long-term goals could suddenly feel more within reach if we just practice the art of waiting a bit more consciously?
That's the question to sit with.
Definitely something for all of us to consider. And again, do check out the Awaken Your Potential YouTube channel for more on this journey.
It's all about that continued growth. Understanding delayed gratification is a big piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely. Here's to your journey, your growth, and unlocking your potential. Join us next time on The Deep Dive.